Jake Martinez wiped grease from his hands and surveyed the salvage yard that had become his home. 18 months on Drakthor Prime, and he still wasn't used to being the only human on a planet of dragons. Not the medieval kind. These were spacefaring, FTL-capable, empire-building dragons. And their ships broke down just like everyone else's, which was why they tolerated him. Barely. He was kneeling beside a busted grav generator when he heard it, a sound that transcended species. A child crying. Jake looked up. A small dragon hatchling, no bigger than a horse, sat beside the yard's fence. Tears streamed down its scaled face as it clutched something in its claws. The other hatchlings from the royal creche had already flown away, leaving this one behind. "Hey, little guy," Jake called softly. "You okay?" The hatchling's head snapped toward him, eyes wide with fear. Humans were rare. Scary. The story said they were death-worlders, crazy enough to vent atmosphere to put out fires, insane enough to ride explosions into space. But Jake just smiled and walked over slowly, hands visible. "What's wrong, buddy?" The hatchling sniffled, then held out what it had been clutching. A mechanical bird. Some kind of toy, clearly precious, now crumpled and broken. One wing hung at an unnatural angle, its anti-grav emitter crushed. My song wing," the hatchling whimpered in broken galactic common. "Father gave before he left. Now broken. Like me." Jake's heart twisted. He'd heard about the war. The Dragon Emperor's fleet had been gone for 6 months, fighting the Krell swarm at the galaxy's edge. A lot of hatchlings had fathers out there. "Hey, you're not broken," Jake said gently. He held out his hand. "Can I see it?" The hatchling hesitated, then placed the toy in his palm. It was exquisite work, probably worth more than Jake would earn in a year. Micro servos, quantum oscillators, and yeah, a shattered grav unit. "I can fix this," Jake said. The hatchling's eyes went wide. Truly, give me an hour." What Jake didn't notice was the shimmer in the air above the salvage yard. The personal stealth frigate holding position. The sensors recording everything. Inside, Emperor Scarreth watched the view screen with ancient eyes. He had returned early from the front, traveling ahead of his fleet to see his son. But protocol demanded he check the security situation first. His intelligence chief had flagged an anomaly. The human mechanic had been spotted near the royal creche. Humans were dangerous, unpredictable. He'd been ready to order the Death Worlder removed, until he saw this. Jake worked fast. He'd rebuilt worse with less. The grav emitter was toast, but he had a spare from a service drone. Not a perfect match, but close enough. He recalibrated the servos, replaced a fried motivator, and cleaned out the quantum chamber. The hatchling watched, fascinated, as the human's blunt fingers moved with surprising precision through components meant for dragon claws. "Why do you help?" the hatchling asked quietly. "Dragons are not kind to humans." Jake paused. The kid wasn't wrong. He'd been denied service at restaurants, had rocks thrown at his transport, been called ape and smooth-skinned more times than he could count. "Maybe," Jake said, "but you were kind enough to let me try to help. That's all that matters." He made the final connection. The songwing's eyes lit up. Its wings spread, and then it sang, a beautiful crystalline melody that made the hatchling gasp with joy. "You fixed it. You fixed it." The hatchling launched himself at Jake, wrapping small wings around him in a crushing hug. Jake laughed, patting the scale back. "Careful, buddy. Squishy human here." "Thank you, Jake Human." Thank you. "Hey, what's your name, anyway?" The hatchling pulled back, sitting up straight with sudden pride. "I'm KYR Seth, third son of Emperor Scarreth." Jake's face went pale. "You are the Emperor's son?" "Yes. And when father returns, I will tell him of your kindness." Aboard the stealth frigate, Emperor Scarreth watched his son fly away, clutching the repaired toy and laughing for the first time in months. "Sire," his security chief said carefully, "the human remains unvetted. Unguarded access to a royal hatchling is a severe breach. Shall I have him removed?" The Emperor was silent for a long moment, watching the human return to his work, unaware he'd just fixed a prince's treasure. "No," Scarreth said quietly. "Issue him a royal protection writ, full citizenship, and transfer him to the Palace Engineering Corps." "Sire." He made my son laugh. The Emperor said, his voice rough with emotion. While I was gone fighting a war, the human did what I could not. He gave my child comfort. He turned to his officer. The intelligence reports say humans are dangerous because they are irrational, unpredictable, willing to sacrifice themselves for strangers. Yes, sire. Then we need more of them in our empire. The Emperor's eyes gleamed. Send a delegation to Earth. Offer them alliance. If one human mechanic can do this much good. He gestured at the screen showing his son, still singing with his repaired toy. Imagine what humanity could do for the galaxy if we treated them as friends instead of threats. The security chief bowed. At once, sire. Far below, Jake Martinez had no idea that fixing a broken toy would change human-dragon relations forever. He just knew a kid needed help, and that was enough.